on KSNT News.
One down, and I think I told you guys I'm looking forward to the next 50, so I got 49 more to go.
We see what Floyd Bledsoe's been doing 1 year since becoming a free man. Plus, the big showdown between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Raiders.
Game, cheer on the Chiefs!
Thanks for staying up with us after the game. I'm Jared Broyle.
And I'm Brooke Lennington. As we all know, tonight was a big one for Chiefs fans, and a cold one at that. But can we expect this chill to stick around all weekend? Let's check in with KSNT Storm Track Chief Meteorologist Matt Miller to find out.
And actually, we'll get a return to south winds by Saturday, and we'll start to actually break above freezing, but not until then, as the clear skies right now have temperatures down into the teens. 11 at Lawrence, 12 at Burlington, already down to 9 at Clay Center, and 15 to the north at Holton. The winds are fortunately lighter than they've been, and when they're less than 5 miles per hour, the temperature and the wind chill are the same, and so most of the area in the teens. But where there's a breeze, single digits, Burlington, Hiawatha, as well as at Concordia. And overnight, as we look at future track, generally single digits and lower teens for the wind chill tonight as we fall back to about 9 degrees by early tomorrow morning. A very cold night. But we do expect to see returning warmer south breezes. How much of a warm-up you can expect, that's still to come.
What a game out of Arrowhead Stadium tonight. The Kansas City team was able to pull out a win against their rivals, the Oakland Raiders.
KSNT Sports Director Matt Gasper is live on the field at Arrowhead Stadium right now. Matt, fill us in.
Hey guys, wow, what a fantastic night here at Arrowhead. The Kansas City Chiefs braved the cold, and they found a way in the end to hold off the Oakland Raiders and now jump into a first place position in the AFC West. Oakland's only lost 3 games all season. 2 of them have been to the Kansas City Chiefs, and tonight was a thriller. Tyreek Hill on offense was the man who did really all the work. Kansas City scored 21 points, all of which came in that second quarter, and Tyreek Hill had a big touchdown reception, and then he had a punt return that he took all the way back to the house that Oakland had declined a penalty, or was forced to do a penalty and a repunt, and Tyreek Hill certainly made them pay. The Chiefs defense made some big stands when it needed to. You can see behind me Travis Kelce getting interviewed on the Thursday Night Football crew, and everybody, the Chiefs fans are around, they are chanting Kelce. Everybody's having a great time out here today, and I'll tell you, this was a fun one. It was cold, but Kansas City found a way to battle the elements and get a win. This defense played lights out. Several 3-and-outs, and held an MVP candidate quarterback Derek Carr to a very dismal night passing the football. Lots of drops out there for Oakland today. Now, earlier in the day, Harrison Drake was out in the parking lot, and he had a great opportunity to kind of get to know some fans and the reason they may or may not have played a hooky, and he found out just the man who gave them the day off work.
So being a sports fan is a lot of play, but also being a sports fan is a job in itself.
That's the Andy Reid excuse.
That's right, even Chiefs coach Andy Reid understands. He put this out for those people who are looking to work overtime on their other job as Chiefs fans, excusing anybody who signs it because he needs, quote, the loudest stadium in the world. And it's pretty loud. And Jeremy's boss was cool with it.
She's like, you're off. You're good. Go to that game. Cheer on the Chiefs.
But this Topeka man didn't write any formal note to his boss. He just needed to ask.
Had to convince my boss that this game was a must for me to come to, and she, even though she's a Broncos fan, she agreed.
And did you have to elaborate any further?
Well, she said that she did say that I needed a break, and so no better way of taking a break than coming here.
But the job isn't easy when you have conditions like these. Freezing cold temps with blistering winds. This man from Oakland got off work to take his wife to the game.
I mean, my wife out there, you know, she's never ever been to a game. And I said, baby, we got to go to Kansas City. That's the greatest joint in the world to go.
Of course, that Andy Reid excuse was only usable today, but it's only a matter of time before fans are called in to do their jobs once again. At Arrowhead Stadium, Harrison Drake, KSNT News.
Safe to say every single one of those Kansas City Chiefs fans are loving their decision to come to this game tonight. It was fun. Chiefs win 21-13. We are going to have so much more coming up later in sports. Zaldi DeUnion is in the Kansas City locker room right now. He is talking to Chiefs players. except for Travis Kelce, who's still hanging out over there on set. But he's going to come out. He's going to join me in about 20 minutes. We will break it all down for you, show you some key plays, and tell you a huge player on defense that the Chiefs may be without for quite some time. But all in all, a good win tonight for the Chiefs. They are now 10-3, first place in the AFC West. Brooke and Jared, I'll toss things back to you in the studio.
Good game, Matt. Thanks so much.
Well, today marks 1 year since Floyd Bledsoe became a free man after 16 years in prison for a murder he didn't do.
I mean, I'm very happy. You know, it's just, I've learned not to take life for granted. You know, I live every day and try to enjoy it. Every night I look out at the stars.
In a story you'll only see here on KSNT News, Floyd tells us what he's been doing for the past year, how he's now in a relationship with someone he met in prison, and what questions he has about the murder investigation that locked him away for all those years.
Over the past year, you know, I've been seeing a lot more stuff that's really changed.
Even the simplest things many of us take for granted fascinates Floyd Bledsoe.
Bluetooth already in the vehicles and all that, so that's kind of nice.
Inside this college cafeteria, he tells me about his new girlfriend and how they met while he was in prison.
We've known each other for about 8 years. She was a volunteer, and then she got married, moved away, and then she got divorced. We met each other, found each other on Facebook, and just started talking. And after about 6 months, we started dating.
As for work, he got a job at a heating and air business in a small town outside of Hutchinson.
I do both commercial and residential installs.
In his time off, if he's not traveling, he's giving speeches. We caught up with Floyd as he was talking to law students at Sterling College.
Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? What'd you get?
Then he begins to tell these students the story of how he was found guilty of raping and killing 14-year-old Camille Arfman when she was found in a ditch in Oskaloosa, Kansas in 1999.
And I got sentenced to 25 years to life, plus 14 years.
This is video from the courtroom back then.
Everybody still says
During the trial, Floyd tried to explain to jurors he didn't kill Arfman. His brother did.
It was Tom Bledsoe.
Just last year, Tom Bledsoe killed himself, leaving behind 3 suicide notes, one of them admitting to killing the teen.
I mean, you know, everything still bothers me today.
His brother's confession helped prove his innocence, but Floyd still has questions.
There's certain things that I want to know.
Some of his questions are, did his father have a role? Investigators say his DNA was found on the girl's sock. Was he framed by prosecutors and deputies who investigated the case?
Not only do I believe I have a right to know, but I think the public has a right to know, you know, so that they can see the truth.
He plans on getting those answers in a lawsuit he's filed, and he could get more than just answers. Right now, the lawsuit has it up to a jury to decide how much money he could get for the nearly 2 decades he sat behind bars, innocent.
Whatever people deem that not only 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, but what 16 years of your life is worth.
Floyd hopes he'll have his answers and either a settlement or decision made on his lawsuit by next year. The Jefferson County attorney says a former prosecutor and a number of detectives made mistakes while investigating, but he doesn't believe the mistakes were intentional. Floyd also told me he was able to reconnect with his 2 sons, who were just 2 and 6 months old when he went to prison. They are now 19 and 17.
Christmas is 17 days away. Do you know what you're getting your child this year? The average spending per person during the holiday season was over $800 for the last 2 years, according to the National Retail Federation. With many shelling out big bucks on your kids' gifts, we want to help you find the top toys to put under the Christmas tree this year. So tomorrow morning on KSNT News at 6, we'll take a look at what toys all the kids are talking about right now in Northeast Kansas. Tonight, a few kids have their own set of wheels to ride around town. That's thanks to Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas. The organization gave away bikes to more than a dozen children.
KSNT News' Jared Thompson was at the giveaway and saw how some proud children were able to give this exciting gift.
Balloon animals and food weren't all these kids got at the end of the night. 25 first and second graders from the Boys and Girls Club of Topeka got to take home a personalized bike thanks to the annual Leadership Exploration Program at Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas's Blue University.
I like you all.
Thanks, buddy. It's designed to enhance and allow others to develop existing leadership skills and explore new leadership opportunities with the company.
All of the kids were chosen since they attend the club on a consistent basis. They've also shown growth in their academic success, healthy lifestyles, good character, and citizenship.
I'm gonna wear my helmet.
The bikes were all assembled by the 15 members of the leadership program.
Symbolically, the different pieces of a bike that assemble to make one working unit, we are assembling different pieces of leadership to excel within our own career.
Along with these bikes came a helmet and a bag filled with safety gear and treats for the kids.
I got a lock. I got this little ball. I think that I should feel thankful that I got this.
So after this giveaway, workers will apply the skills they've learned the last 10 months to their professional careers. In Topeka, Jared Thompson, KSNT News.
In order to be a part of this program, Blue Cross and Blue Shield employees have to be interviewed to be admitted. The program consists of an in-class instruction, virtual classroom instruction, and a group community leadership project.
If you're an e-cigarette user, you may soon have less freedom to smoke as you please.
Coming up, why the U.S. Surgeon General is warning people about the product.
Tonight, a mostly clear sky, and that clear sky allowing for some very cold temperatures already. A few clouds toward morning, but temperatures dipping down at least late in the night, early morning into the single digits. But then we start to climb back into the mid-teens as early as 8 o'clock thanks to that incoming cloud cover. Don't expect it to be a warm day tomorrow when we will warm up a little bit more. Look at that coming up after the break.